Hi, I'm Lisa. Welcome to my channel. This is my random recipes. These are the desserts. I'm currently working my way through the cakes. Lately, I've been working on my Grandma Ann's section of my cookbook. I have two versions of the same cake, so it just makes sense to make them side by side so I can make a fair comparison. They are essentially the same recipe. One is chocolate and one is not. Today's recipes are Grandma Ann's zucchini cake and Velma's chocolate zucchini cake. To the best of my knowledge, I have never eaten either of these recipes. I know I've never made either of these recipes. What I'm wondering is if they are similar to zucchini bread. Today I'm going to deviate from my plan a little bit. I need to give you a little bit of a history lesson. Grandma Ann's recipe for the zucchini bread are the ones I had in my cookbook where the ingredients for them were very vague. There was a lot of things that just didn't have the quantities listed for the ingredients. So I went back through all my cookbooks to see if I could find something similar so I could figure out proportionately how much flour, various things to add, and couldn't find anything. So then I went online and I started researching there. Couldn't find anything. So finally I went back to my original collection of Grandma's recipes and dug through them, and I found her original recipe for the zucchini cake. But I thought the chocolate zucchini cake was hers as well, but it wasn't. Apparently it belonged to a lady named Velma. So Grandma took Velma's recipe, she made it not chocolate, and she made it half a recipe. So it's smaller, but it doesn't have chocolate in it. Therefore, if the cakes are good, these recipes are going to be very unique. They're not something you're going to find somewhere else. If they're good, these could be your secret recipes. I won't tell if you won't. Let's go ahead and get to work. It looks like I've got my work cut out for me today. Let's get to it. I'm going to make Grandma Ann's zucchini cake first. That's the smaller one. It doesn't have chocolate in it. Since it's smaller, it'll take less time to bake, and I can get that in the oven and then move ahead on the chocolate one. So we start off with a half a cup of shortening. Then we have 2/3 of a cup of brown sugar. And then we have 2 eggs. So we're going to beat those a little bit. All right, so we'll put them in there. We're going to just dump everything all together today. Next is a tablespoon of molasses. That's what this is here. Next, we have a half cup of buttermilk. And then 1 cup of shredded zucchini. That's 1 cup right there. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of stir these together. All right, that looks good. All right, so then 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm just going to dump it in. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder. And we have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay, so 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. So we have all of our ingredients in here. So it goes together really quickly. She was going to have hers go into an 8x8 baking dish. I don't have an 8x8. I have a 9x9, so I'm going to use that. Scoop this all out into the pan. I have it prepared. I did pan spray today. Spread this out a little bit. Now her time was 30 to 35 minutes in an 8-inch pan, 8x8. So because this is going to be a little thinner, I am going to go a little bit lower on my time. So then I'm going to put this in the oven, 350 degrees. It's going to bake for, I'm going to go for 20 minutes, and I can always check it and make it longer. Now we're going to move on to our chocolate. This is Velma's recipe, original recipe. I'll follow that instead of what I had in my cookbook, so I'm going to have to revise my cookbook a little bit. We have a 1/2 cup of, she said, either shortening or margarine. I'm going with shortening. And she also has a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil and 1 3/4 cups of sugar. All right, so then 2 eggs again. And then next, a teaspoon of vanilla. Oh, this is my Mexican vanilla. It doesn't have any color to it. And then we have 1/2 cup of, she said sour milk, but she also has instructions on how to make buttermilk, so we'll go with buttermilk since I already have that. And this one has white sugar where the other one had brown sugar. Then we have 2 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour. And give it a stir. And next, 4 tablespoons of cocoa powder, half a teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and half a teaspoon of cloves. Let's give this a good stir. This is 2 cups of shredded zucchini. And then finally, we add, now she says initially it's supposed to be 1/4 cup of chocolate chips, but she had a note down there that she puts in about 3/4 of a cup. So I'm going to go with 3/4 cup, so that's what we've got here. Just nicely combined. I want to make sure I get the flour worked in really well. This one goes into a 9x13. Dump this in here. It looks really chocolatey. All right, let's spread this out. This one is supposed to bake it for 40 to 45 minutes. So I'm going to wait until the plain one, the unchocolate one, is out of the oven before I put this one in, because they're different temperatures and they're different times. I will pause this and I will come back when we've got some cakes done. Both of the cakes are out of the oven. I've been letting them cool for a while. And we're going to try some cake. I will turn this down so you can see the finished product. This is Grandma Ann's zucchini cake. This one is Velma's chocolate zucchini cake. Let's try Grandma Ann's first. It's had longer time to cool. It's spring. Let's see if we can get it out in one piece. That'd be nice. That looks good. Okay. And then we'll come over here and we'll cut a piece of Velma's. It came out of the oven a while ago, but it's still pretty warm. And we got them both, all in one piece. Start with Grandma's. It's this springy. Let's give this a try. It's good. It is not as heavy as zucchini bread. It's definitely lighter. It's fluffy. It takes the cinnamon. It's pleasant. It's kind of light. Let's give this chocolate one a try. Here, this is Velma's. That's good. But then, you know me, I like chocolate. Another piece with the chocolate chip in it. It's light also, but I mean, and it's definitely chocolatey. You don't really taste the zucchini. I definitely taste the chocolate. It smells good. They're both really good. Well, since I had to do some pretty deep research on these cakes, they're both good. You'd be hard pressed to find these recipes online in cookbooks. I mean, maybe they're out there, but I didn't find anything like them. So they are definitely unique. They're both good. I think you would like them. You can make them your secret recipe. If you don't tell, I don't tell. Next time I will be taking a little pause from Grandma Ann's recipes, but I will still be working in the cakes. I will include the ingredients for Grandma Ann's zucchini cake and Velma's chocolate zucchini cake in the description below. If you have any questions or other feedback for me, please feel free to reach out to me in the comments. I really do love hearing from you. If you do give either of these recipes a try, please drop an emoji into the comments to let me know what you think, good, bad, or ugly. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. It helps my channel to continue to grow. Thank you for joining me on my journey through the cakes and through desserts. I look forward to seeing you again next time. Oh, and by the way, Kita, today marks the halfway point in the cake series, so yes, it is a long series. I'll see you next time. Bye.